Welcome to today's practice. I'm really excited about this one. We're going to be moving through an animal flow, which is a practice kind of inspired by how animals naturally move in the wild. It's great for building strength, for building body awareness and control, also mobility and flexibility, and endurance if you repeat the sequences quite a few times. We're going to be sprinkling that with yoga, of course, so moving breath to movement. It's still going to feel like a yoga practice, just with some interesting ways of moving and maybe drills that you haven't seen before. We do not need any props for the practice, just your mat and yourself. So if you're ready, you can join me in a kneeling position at the back of the mat. Let's make our way there, sitting on your heels and just resting the hands in your lap for a moment. And just know that if the practice moves too fast for you, there's always the option of slowing it down in the settings down below, or even pausing the video if you need a little bit more time to figure it out. All right, let's close the eyes, and we will start by taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. So deep breath in, and exhale, release. One more deep, full breath. Exhale, let it go. Last one, the deepest breath you've taken today. Inhale. And release. And start to tune into your body, noticing how you're feeling today. Bringing your awareness onto your mat, feeling the connection between your body and the floor beneath you. And growing tall through the crown of your head, lengthening the spine. And you can slowly blink the eyes open. We're going to bring the hands just in front of the knees, tuck the toes, and we'll start warming up the wrists. So you can start to rock back and forth. So really leaning the shoulders over the wrists to get that big stretch. Just a couple times. Let's go for 3 more. And then let's turn the fingers out to the sides. You can either keep the hands where they are, or you could walk the heels of the hands closer together. That's going to increase the stretch a little bit. And let's start to rock side to side. And then bringing the fingers so that they point towards the knees, if that's accessible. Let's lean back into the heels and hold it there. Good. And then let's go ahead and sit on the heels, shake out the hands. Deep breath in, let's reach the arms above the head. Exhale, hands to the heart space. And you can open up the eyes if they're not already open. Let's start to lean back. Hands can do whatever you need for balance. And we'll bring those heels down towards the mat or as close as they go. And then lift the heels. Let's drop the knees. Lift the knees, drop the heels. Lift the heels, drop the knees. Head 2 more. Last one. And now dropping the knees down, let's lift the hips off the heels and reach the arms above the head. Press the hips forward. Open up the heart for 3, 2, and 1. Both hands come down on the mat, tabletop. Just bringing some awareness to the spine. Let's start with a few rounds of cat and cow, breathing in, pulling the chest through, and then exhale, rounding, paying attention to each vertebra. Inhale to open. Exhale, round. And let's go for 3 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last one, inhale. And exhale, round. And let's come back to a neutral spine. Keeping the toes tucked, let's lift the knees and hold for 5, 4, 3, protracting the shoulders, 2, and 1. Drop the knees. Let's sit on the heels. Keep leaning back. Lift the knees, drop the feet. From here, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in. Let's roll up to high mountain, 1 vertebra at a time. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, reach the arms up, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward, maybe keeping that back nice and flat. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend the knees, squat, hands to the heart. Lift the heels, drop the knees. Inhale, lift the hips off the heels, open up the chest. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Lean back, bring the heels down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Roll up high mountain, inhale, 1 vertebra at a time. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, high mountain, reach the arms up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to squat. Lift the heels, drop the knees. Inhale, open up the front body. Exhale, come all the way back. Lift the knees, drop the heels. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. High mountain, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. High mountain, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, squat. Lean back, bring the knees down to the mat. This time we're immediately coming into tabletop. Lift the knees off the mat to hover. Now let's lift the right foot off the mat, and we're going to kick that right leg through to the left, and at the same time pull your left elbow back, so cactusing that left arm. Come back through center, floating table. Left leg kicks out, cactus the right arm. Come back through center, floating table. And again, right leg kicks, cactus the left arm, floating table. Left leg kicks out, cactus the right arm, floating table. 2 more on each side, maybe adding a little hop in between both sides. And then trying to move with control, so there's no point rushing it. 1 more time on each side. Good, and let's come back to floating table. Press the hips back, loaded beast. So in a little crouching position, inhale, high plank, straighten the legs. Exhale, loaded beast, bend the knees. Knees are hovering off the mat. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, loaded beast. Inhale, high plank, 2 more. This time we will jump forward, landing into Malasana. Inhale, straighten the legs, heel toe the feet together, high mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, high mountain, come high on the toes. Exhale, let's lower hips to heels. Okay, coming into low boat, slowly drop down. Inhale, high boat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock back and forth and make our way into a high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, drop both knees down on the mat, tabletop. Let's bring the hips on the heels, lean back, lift the knees, ground the heels, squat. Inhale, stand up tall, come high on the toes. Exhale, slowly hips to heels. Lean back, drop the knees, and bring your hands down to the mat, tabletop. Floating table, let's lift the knees. Now we're going to add on something. So right foot lifts. Let's kick the right leg out. And then here, see if you can drop your left foot and come into a little reverse crab. And then bend the knees. Come back to floating table. Kick your left leg through. Bend the left knee. Come into crab. Bend the knees. Come back to floating table. Right leg kicks through. Crab. And you can take these a little bit slower. Maybe you don't even kick the leg and you go immediately into crab. Okay, let's do 2 more on each side. Don't worry if it's a little bit confusing or awkward in the beginning. And this practice is a lot about exploring your body, finding what feels good. It might not look the same for everyone. Let's make our way back to floating table, into loaded beast, bend the knees, and then downward facing dog. You can pedal out the feet, shake out the head. It's our first one here. So take the time to stretch, moving the hips side to side. Maybe shaking out the head, bouncing the head down to the mat. All right, now on your next inhale, let's lift the right leg up high. Bend the right knee to stack the hips. Deep breath in here. Exhale, let's kick that right leg through again. Inhale, come back to three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot on the outside of the right hand. Let's cactus the right arm, open up the heart. So reaching back. And then as you breathe out, straighten the right leg, right fingertips reach towards the top right corner of the mat. Inhale to bend the right knee open. Exhale to reach. Inhale to open. Exhale to reach. Bend the right knee, open up the chest. Now let's reach the right arm forward, kick your left leg through. And you can either keep reaching with the right arm or bend the right knee, and then let's step that left foot back. Plant the right hand, step back, high plank, low plank, exhale, high plank, inhale, chaturanga, whatever works for you. And let's meet back in downward facing dog. Next inhale, left leg rises. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Exhale, kick the left leg through. Come back to three-legged dog. Left foot steps on the outside of the left hand. Cactus the arm, open up the chest. Straighten your left leg as you breathe out. Reach your left hand towards the top left corner of the mat. And then inhale, bend the left knee, open the chest. Exhale to reach. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach. Inhale, open, pause here. Left arm reaches forward. Kick your right foot through. Step the right foot back. And then let's plant the left hand, high plank, inhale. One push up, exhale. Inhale back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in, let's come high on the toes, look between your thumbs. Exhale into loaded beast, look forward, step or jump to a squat. Hands to the heart space. Now taking our kick throughs to the next level with the option to add little hops to handstand. Let's bring the hands just in front of the feet, about 1 foot distance in front. And then we're going to do very narrow kick throughs. So the right leg kicks out to the left, and then option to hop up to handstand, drop the right foot, left leg kicks out to the right. Option to hop up and switch. Option to hop up, left leg kicks through. And let's go for a few more. Taking your time. let's make sure we end with the left leg kicking through. And we come back to Malasana. Inhale, straighten the legs, high mountain, heel toe the feet together. Exhale, let's interlace the hands at the back of the head. Deep breath in here, and then we will roll down. So bring your chin into your chest. Breathe in here. Exhale, forehead to rib cage. Slight posterior tilt of the pelvis. Breathe in. Exhale, forehead to belly button. Inhale. Forehead to hips. Exhale, forehead to thighs. Exhale, forehead to knees, and hold for 5. Trying to keep your legs straight if possible. Making sure you keep that forehead to knee connection. Head slowly, let's release, come into chair pose, reach the arms up. And then exhale, sink down to the mat. Hands come behind your hips in preparation for crab or reverse tabletop. So let's just make sure that we turn the fingers away from us. So a little bit different than reverse tabletop. And we're going to alternate reaching one arm back. So let's start with the left arm, breathing in, press into the heels, left arm reaches behind you. Hold it. And then exhale, let's sit back down. Now press into the heels, right arm reaches back. Really engaging in the glutes, hold 2 breaths. Exhale, come back down. And let's do 3 more on each side. So left arm reaches, exhale, crab. Right arm, left, right. One more. And last one. Both hands come down, drop the butt, and then let's roll over. Come on to the belly. Inhale, let's lift the chest, lift everything, cactus the arms for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, tuck the toes, high plank. Come all the way back down to the belly for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift everything, cactus the arms for 3, 2, 1. Release, tuck the toes, high plank. Try to do that one explosive, and then come down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, inhale, lift, cobra or locust. Exhale, release, tuck the toes, high plank. And lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose, let's make our way back. You can close the eyes here. Maybe roll the forehead side to side. Add 5 more breaths here, resting. Reconnecting to your breath, feeling the warmth in your body. And now this is the time where you can either come in downward facing dog, and we will just stay there. Downward facing dog is a great shape to build strength. It's also a nice shape to just feel really grounded, to meditate. Or you can attempt any shape that you are working on. The body is really warm, so if you're feeling like you want to work on your handstand right now, or pincha, or headstand, an inversion, or anything else that you really, really want to try, now is the time. So set yourself up. Also, you can just be in downward facing dog. Whatever is calling you. I'm going to do a few little hops to handstand. And we will meet back in downward facing dog in about 10 breaths. And whenever you're done playing, downward facing dog. And then you can either step, walk, jump, or jump through your arms to a seat. Just going to walk through nice and gently. And we will come into butterfly pose. Or if you want something that will stretch your inner thighs a little bit more, then a straddle forward fold. So butterfly pose, you can hold around your feet, lengthen your spine, and then reach the chest towards your toes. Once you've reached your deepest point, you can drop the head down if that feels nice. Or straddle. Let's open up the legs wide. Really engage your glutes and try to externally rotate from the hip. A deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale to walk your way forward. And not going too deep too quickly, really letting the body the time to settle into the shape. And making sure you're not rounding your back here. Trying to keep length through the spine. Engaging the quadricep muscles. And the more you engage the quads, the more it will encourage the antagonist muscle, the hamstrings, to release. Let's slowly make our way back up. Taking your time, bringing the legs together, and then making sure that you are facing the top of your mat. One vertebra at a time, we will come all the way down to the back. Bringing the knees into the chest, rocking side to side. And let's go ahead and bring both knees over to the right. Any leg variation that you want to take is welcome. And then let's make our way back through center and bring both knees over to the left. Coming back through center once again. Hug the knees in, maybe give yourself a hug, lifting forehead to the knees. Take a deep breath in, hold and squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Shavasana, making sure you're comfortable here. And once you are, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, release. One more deep inhale. And let it go. And staying present for these last few moments. Giving yourself the permission to rest, to let go. Noticing the contact between your body and the floor, feeling supported by the earth beneath you. And noticing after having moved dynamically how alive your body feels right now, as if every single cell in your body is buzzing with energy. Notice if you can feel those little tingling sensations in the fingertips. Maybe you're just feeling the breath, whatever it is, hold on to that. Observe yourself with curiosity and without judgment. And just know that anything you still need to do is going to be there after the practice. So allow yourself to just be here right now without any of those worries or thoughts. Let's slowly start to reinvite energy back into the body. Of course, if you have more time on your hands today, please do stay here longer. Otherwise, you can meet me in a comfortable seat, still keeping the eyes closed and the awareness inwards. I'm just taking a few deep breaths here, aware of your body, how you're feeling mentally and physically. And then reaching the arms up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the heart space. And I invite you to take a moment to thank yourself for showing up here on your mat today. I know it is not always easy. To thank yourself for flowing, for doing something good for your body and mind. And to anything else in your life that you are grateful for, this is an opportunity for you to express that. And as always, thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. Thank you for your trust, and if you do not mind, please do leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Namaste. I know those two things don't always go together, but thank you so much. It means a lot that you're here, and yes, I really appreciate your support. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week.